Welcome home, everyone. Today, I would like to answer one question, and the question is, why do we need to be discipled? Isn't going to church regularly enough for us? Well, the Bible always thinks about we Christians, those who believe in Jesus Christ, is following Christ the whole of our lives. It's not just the religious experience that we must do weekly. That is not what God envisioned. So let me read from the Bible. In Matthew 16, verse 24, it says this. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their lives for me will find it." Following Jesus or being a disciple, that's what we call being disciple, is to follow Jesus. It's about the transformation of our lives. I've been a Christian since 1996. For the first 9 years approximately, I've been going to church regularly, but nothing changes. Not myself, not my outlook, nothing. My mind doesn't change. My body doesn't change. Just my habits changes. My habit about the religious things that I do. I pray. I sometimes read the Bible, but because my mind doesn't change and my heart doesn't change. Actually, whatever I do outside in my body, going to church where other people are singing, but in my heart I didn't even sing. But I just went there because I thought I'm a Christian, I should go to church. But that's not the main point of why Jesus died on the cross. Jesus died on the cross doesn't want to move you from another religious or place of worship to move into a church. Jesus doesn't want to see the numbers, just changing places of worship. What Jesus wants is a changed person from the inside out, from the heart, and then outwardly, of course, we'll go to church. But so, the way that I understand about how to follow Jesus is usually by following my spiritual leaders. Because by reading the Bible by myself or a weekly sermon doesn't really make me understand what to do with my life, what to change with my life. Because I'm just applying whatever is the sermon and then I become the judge and jury whether I follow that or not. Nobody else becomes another vantage point to look at where I am. I may not be as, you may not be as, you're not clear. You don't really know actually. Or you just lie to yourself. You feel that you're good enough, for example. But other people can see that actually you're not. So if you claim that you're not an angry person, but if your wife look at you and said, that means you've been angry, but you don't feel it. So we actually need somebody else to show us our blind spots, things that we don't know, that we're not good enough actually. And that's the process of discipleship. To come to a relationship with a spiritual leader that we can trust. Whether in our church, in ROSC, we have a connect group with the leader. Both of us are disciples that move on to become better in Christ, to follow Christ. But at least we have somebody, a counterpoint that says to us, I think you should change in that point of view. If you see it from that point of view, we actually need discipleship, or we need to become a disciple. We need someone to tell us where we need to improve, on which aspect of our lives should be improved. And so that For example, this program, which has question and answer, is a very one way actually, even though there's a question that comes in, but it's not direct. I cannot answer you directly, even though if you watch me through any YouTube or any app or whatever, I cannot answer your follow-up questions because it's not a discipleship. This is basically a message, a communication from the church to really answer the general questions of the members. But in a discipleship, in a connect group, you can ask questions to your leaders, to your cell group leaders or your pastors, local pastors, so that whatever it is that needs to be solved, grown, or things that you have a problem with, questions, doubts, somebody can answer your question, pray together and work together to resolve whatever problems or questions that may arise. So discipleship is actually the design of the church, not just the regular weekly Sunday service. We, of course, will do the weekly Sunday service to worship together, to express our love for God and receive the sermon from the pastor and the leaders, to receive the bigger theme and the message and the vision of God for us. But in the connect group, in the discipleship, we shall receive our personal growth, our personal, very tailor-made for you, for your growth in Christ. So that's why, yes, we need discipleship. Our growth are not sufficient if you just go towards regular weekly service. And in the end, if you really love Christ, you will really want to feel the touch of God every day, actually. In the Bible, in Acts 2, in the beginning, the first church, they actually meet each other daily, not just weekly, but daily. So they worship together in the mornings, and then they meet in the cell groups or connect groups at night and share food together. So they kind of meet every day. They were excited about who Jesus was and who Jesus is. And so they worship in the mornings, and then at night they ask and they grow to know Jesus more. So in the end, it's how hungry we are to know more about God. And God is so beautiful. God is so glorious. I'm praying that all of you, all of us, should grow together in the discipleship program and the weekly services wherever we are, so that we know more and more about Christ and where we are in God's plan. And God's plan for us are wonderful. Let's find out together through the discipleship. God bless you.